Hello friends, I am Agrawal AS, Assistant Professor in Civil Engineering Department, Sandipani Technical Campus, Latur. Today's topic is a derivation of analysis of the indeterminate pin-jointed frame by Castiglione's theorem or principle of minimum energy. Now the learning outcomes, a student will be able to understand the concept of principle of minimum energy, and also student will be able to apply the principle of minimum energy to analysis of the indeterminate pin-jointed frame. Now the Castiglione's theorem: if a linearly elastic structure is subjected to a set of loads, the displacement of any load in its direction is equal to the partial derivative of the total strain energy with respect to that load. It means the delta I is equal to del U by del Pi. So here U is a strain energy. So U is equal to integration 0 to L P square by twice E into delta Z. This strain energy is due to the axial deformation, and we can rewrite this U is equal to summation of P square into L by twice AE, where P is a forces developed in the member due to the applied load, L is the length of member, and A is the area of member, and E is the modulus of elasticity. Now suppose this is a frame which is the indeterminate frame, where we have to find out the forces in member AB, BC, CD, BD, AD and the AC. Let we assume that the forces in member are S1, S2, S3, S4 and S5. Now here this figure shows that this frame is carrying the external load W, and S1, S2, S3 are the various forces in the members. And important one is here that we are assuming that let the tension in the member AD be the X. This is our initially we assume that this member AD is subjected to a tension and that value is the X. Now we restructure this frame in this way, like this here. So now the member AD be removed, but its effect are restrained by applying pair of forces X at A and at D joint. The forces in the member of the structure remains the unaffected. It means here we have removed the member AD, and what it is what the force in the member AD, that force is applied at the joint A and applied at the joint D, so that both the structures remains the same. So now our aim is to find the forces in members S1, S2, S3, S4 and the S5. Now suppose here the frame where the member AD is to be removed, so and the structure is applied by load the W at the B at the same, and this P1, P2, P3, P4, these are the forces developed in the frame due to this applied load W. Now here this is not equivalent to our original frame. So how this becomes the equivalent? So here we are adding here another frame. So here the next frame where the only the X force is applied at the joint A and at the joint D, and the member forces are to be found out: P1 dash, P2 dash, P3 dash, P4 dash and the P5 dash. So now here figure shows the same forces but subjected to pair of forces at X alone at A and D, and P1, P2, P3 dash, these are the forces developed in the structure. Now important is this last equation. Now here the complete force in the member AB, that is the S1, that is equal to this P1 and the P1 dash. Likewise the S2 complete, that is equal to the P2 plus the P2 dash. S3 is equal to P3 plus P3 dash, and the so on. Here, important thing is that here P1, P2, P3, P4 are easily find out, but this force is not known to us, X force. This X force is not known to us. So, important is here, you have to find out the P1 dash, P2 dash, P3 dash, P4 dash and P5 dash. So, first aim is to find the X and then we calculate the P1 dash, P2 dash, P3 dash and the P4 dash and P5 dash. So, now here, let this frame is subjected to a unit force at A joint and at the D joint. So due to this unit force here, the forces developed in the frame are the K1, K2, K3 in this way. Now we can say that here, important concept here, the P1 dash, the previous frame, P1 dash is equal to the X. Here X is what? We have assumed the force in the member, that is the X into the K1. Now here if you apply the one force at A joint and at the D joint pair forces, so that develop the member AB is a K1. So P1 dash is equal to X into the K1, P2 dash is equal to X into K2, P3 dash is equal to X into K3 and so on. So here from this equation, this we can say that S1 is equal to P1 plus the P1 dash. So P1 dash is what? X into the K1. So X into the K1. P2 dash is equal to what? X into the K2. So S3 is equal to P3 plus P3 dash, but P3 dash is equal to X into the K3 and so on. So we got the equation of the S1, that is P1 plus X into K1. S2 is equal to P2 plus X into K2. S3 is equal to P3 plus X into K3. So P3 and the K3 are easily calculated, but our aim is to find now the X. If we got the value of the X, we can find the value of the S1. So here total strain energy stored by the frame that we have seen here, that U is equal to a summation P square L by the twice AE. This we can modify, that is equal to summation, instead of P we are taking here the S. So S square L upon the twice A, where the L is the length of the various member, A is the cross-sectional area of the various member, and S1, S2, S3 are the various forces in the member. So here S1 is equal to P1 plus X into the K1, S2 is equal to P2 into X into the K2, S3 is equal to P into P3 plus X into the K3 and so on. So you have to put the value of S1 into this equation. Yeah, instead of S, we have to put here the P1 plus X into the K1. So U is equal to a summation in bracket P1 plus X into the K1. This is the value of the S. So S square. So we are squaring it into the L1 by twice A1 into the E. Then Castiglion's second theorem, or the principle of minimum energy here, that we know del U by del X1, or we can say that del U by del P1. But here is X, so you have taken here the X. So del U by del Xi is equal to the del I. So that we can say that by this principle of minimum energy, del U by del Xi is equal to the 0. We are equating this partial derivative of the strain energy with respect to the X, that is equal to the 0. So we have to put the value of U in this equation. So partial derivative of the U and that equate equal to 0. So here del U by del X is equal to del by del X summation P1 plus X into K1 bracket square into L1 by twice A1 into E is equal to 0. So here what only the change, we have kept the value of u previously calculated p1 plus x into k1 bracket square into L1 by twice a1 into e. So now here the partial derivative of this equation. So first is the twice p1 plus x into k1 into the derivative of this x k1, that is the k1. So k1 into L1 divided by twice a1e is equal to the 0. So we can say that this 2 gets the cancel out. So summation p1 plus x into the k1 bracket complete k1 into L1 divided by the a1 into e is equal to the 0. Now we are separating these two, this multiply this k1 L1 into p1, also k1 L1 into the this x into the k1. So this become like this summation of this p1, we are just expanding this bracket. So p1 into k1 into L1 divided by a1e plus here x into summation k1 k1 becomes k1 square into L1 by a1e is equal to the 0. So here our aim is to find the x. Our aim is to find the x. So this x is equal to, this becomes the toward the right side and that becomes the minus. So summation p1 k1 L1 divided by a1e, this divide by this total equation, that is summation k1 square into L1 into a1e. So this is our aim is to find the x. If we once got the value of x, we can find the easily s1, s2, s3, s4 likewise. So here a question, take a pause, and question arise in the mind of the student that what are the different steps to analyze the frame. Now the steps to analyze. So first, to find the static indeterminacy or redundancy of the frame. Second step is to remove the redundant. It means make the structure indeterminate. Then third step is P analysis, that is to find the member forces due to the applied load. Then next is the K analysis, that is to find the member forces due to a pair of unit forces in place of the redundant member. Then this is a table, member, area of member, then length of member. P is the forces in the frame due to the applied load, and this is a K is the forces developed in the member due to application of the unit load, pair of unit load at the redundant. This is the PKL by AE. This the becomes the summation of PKL by AE, and here K square L by AE, the summation becomes the summation K square L by the E. So we got here the summation PKL by E and summation K square L by E. So easily we can find the x. So that x is equal to minus summation P1 K1 L1 A1E divided by the minus summation K1 square L1 divided by the A1 into E. So forces in the member are the like this. S1 is equal to P1 plus the this value of x is put here into K1. Then S2 is equal to P2 plus the put the value of this x here into K2. Then S3 is equal to P3 plus put the value of x here into K3 and so on. In this way, we can analyze the indeterminate frame by using Castiglion's this second theorem, or we can say that it is a minimum energy theorem. Thank you.